Whether you're a new golfer, you've been playing a while, or even a single figure handicap, you're probably making one of these 14 equipment errors, and I'm going to tell you how to fix all of them. Now, I've played golf with beginners, high, mid, low handicap, plus handicap. I've played with pros who play on tours, and I can tell you one thing: too many people are using a 60-degree wedge around the greens when it's completely not necessary, and I recommend taking it out the bag for a while and checking your results. Okay, absolutely perfect. Turn, baby, turn, turn. Equipment error with the tee shots, especially the driver, is not using enough loft. The driver is a very difficult club to get to not curve too far left or right. So using a 9 or 8 degree driver is really handicapping you, especially if your swing speed is not fast enough. I like to go with 12 degrees on my left-hand driver. I would even go 13 if I could. Power fader. Not a Grady, but a straighty. The irons provide a lot of equipment errors that people make. Number one is the shaft. A lot of people are playing shafts that are too stiff due to ego. They want to say they're playing stiff shafts when a regular shaft will be fine. That's going to affect your ball flight. So get the best shaft that's going to work for you. You can take the sticker off and tell people that it's a stiff shaft without them ever knowing. Another equipment error people make is not replacing their grips. If you want to fall in love with your same clubs that you used to love a while ago, change your grips to new grips. Old grips can destroy your enjoyment of the game. I can't explain it to you unless you change the grip. Then you'll get back to me and tell me just how much better it feels. The cheapest way to love your clubs again. The other thing people do is they want to play blades. They want to play pro level clubs. Why? Because Ricky Fowler played them, or Scotty Scheffler, the most exciting man since Tiger Woods. The best thing you can do for your game, especially as a newer player, high handicap, getting some game improvement irons. Yes, you are cheating because you're not hitting the center of the face purely, and that's where the problem happens, is online. People talking nonsense who are perennial 24 handicappers telling you that game improvement irons are for cheating and that you need to get blades to learn how to hit the ball properly out the center of the sweet spot, otherwise you'll never progress. No, wrong. Start off with the easiest clubs you can hit in the world, and then you're going to enjoy this game much more, get better, and then you can upgrade to pro level clubs when you decide that you're a 15 handicap going for the PGA Tour. A big equipment error is not having enough hybrids in your bag, especially for anything above a 6 iron, 5 iron, 4 iron, 3 iron. Those are very difficult clubs to hit with not enough swing speed. When you have enough swing speed, yeah, you can maybe get it right, but even then you have a high propensity to slice the ball. Hybrids have been designed to get the ball easily into the air, very thin faces, the ball goes further, and in long grass like this, it glides through the grass instead of getting stuck around the blade of an iron head. One of the big equipment errors with wedges is taking the wrong bounce on your wedge. When your conditions are firm like this and the grass grows over firm turf like this, you want to have lower bounce. The bounce is the angle between the bottom of the club and the leading edge when you rest it on the ground. If you can see that there, the bottom of the club rests on my finger, but you can see that the edge is higher than the bottom of the club. That level of bounce is going to depend on your conditions. In soft conditions, you want 12, 14 degrees of bounce because it's going to go into the ground and the bottom of the club is going to go through the ground and come out the other side. If you have not enough bounce, let's say 8 degrees or 7 degrees, it's going to go into the soggy ground, the soft turf, and get stuck. It's not going to bounce. So if you play lush conditions, you play fluffy sand, you want more bounce. If you play in the wet, you want more bounce. If you play dry, firm courses, you want less bounce. And if you play a range of golf courses, you want a mid bounce. And I use a mid bounce wedge. Or we just shank a doodle dandy, little shankarino. On that shot, I actually use a pitching wedge because I don't have enough confidentiality with the sand wedge to get enough swing on it and get it all the way there. So the same swing, short shot with a pitching wedge, money. The putter is not often spoken about, and it can make a very big difference in your game picking the correct one. In my opinion, the putter needs to match your stroke. If you prefer a straight back and through stroke, which I do when I play left-handed because I don't have much experience in feel, I have to try and keep the club face as square as possible throughout the whole stroke. So what I use is a face-balanced mallet putter. That means that the face points straight up to the sky and it's got a big ass back with an easy alignment aid. because I'm not used to playing left-handed, I use this club. Now this is more mechanical and can often help newer players. If you like more of an arc stroke where you actually take the club inside and inside like that, you might like a blade. And you can tell the blade is very different because the face doesn't point to the sky, it points toe down. And I use a blade putter when I putt right-handed because I got a lot of feel from practicing and playing so much that I like to hit that arc stroke and just use a lot of feel and touch with my blade. Every now and then when my eyes are no good from using a computer, I'll actually use a mallet right-handed because then my eyes can line up easier. But when I have a lot of confidentiality, I use the blade. Big equipment error is the golf ball. A lot of people are using balls that are too expensive, causing them a lot of grief, a lot of drama when they lose one. It sucks to lose a $3, $4 golf ball every second shot. Swix and soft fields are the balls I used to get down to a 7 handicap way back in the day. These two-piece golf balls don't spin as much as the urethane, but you don't need that much, to be honest. They spin a little bit less and then they'll roll out more. And then on the greens, you just have to adapt your strategy by having more rolling shots. But you're going to have a lot less stress if you lose one of these balls, making you a better player quicker due to less fear. Now I got lots of these two-piece golf balls, so if I lose a few, it ain't no thing, but a check and wang. Now I'm going to try hit this with a power fader, keep it in play like a bazooz. That'll work up there. People assume that a 3-wood is a healthy alternative to a driver, but at 14, 15 degrees of loft, it's not an easy club for most people to hit, especially off the fairway. Without a doubt, the single best thing you can do is increase that loft and start at a 4-wood at 17 degrees or 5-wood at 18, 19 degrees, going up to a 7-wood. These are clubs that are going to be so easy to hit compared to that low lofted 3-wood, which also requires a decent swing speed to get the ball off the ground. So don't get too tied into the 15-degree 3-wood. Go try yourself some 18-degree, 22-degree fairway woods and you're going to love them. And that's 18 degrees coming out that low. If I try that with a 15-degree, I'm basically putting. Okay, we're going to use a pitching wedge because we're on an upslope, so it's going to increase the loft of the club from like 45 to like 56 degrees. And there we go, like a mother lover undercover. And I'm going to get this one to get up the hill and start dying. It's going to be very quick, so I'm going to putt this so it dies like half a foot before the hole and then just gets taken by the slope and the speed. Oh, not too bad. Got to hand in my man card though, I didn't hit that hard enough. Those are all the equipment errors people make. I use these 3 holes to warm up to play 9 holes left-handed. Check out that video right over here.